is cold out here. When do you think our shift will be over?
Another hour, at least. If you're so damn cold, maybe you should have brought a jacket.
I wish Pablo would bring me champagne and caviar out here. Apparently his guests are more important than the people who have been working with him for the past 5 years.
You know he has an image to uphold. We are simply here to uphold that image. Besides, who needs champagne? This'll keep you warm.
Many thanks, comrade. I feel better already. Maybe something exciting will happen.
Yeah, no one's going to try anything against Pavlo Melnik if they want to continue living. He's got the underworld of the city in the palm of his hand.
You're right. But if something does happen, I'll be ready.
If you say so.
Did you hear something?
What?
I thought I heard something.
It was probably just the wind.
Maybe.
Good evening, Mr. Ingram.
James. Pablo, I'd like you to meet my friend James.
Bond. James Bond.
Pavlo Melnik, your host.
Of course. I'd recognize you anywhere.
Always a pleasure, Mr. Bond. If you'll excuse me, however, I do have some matters to attend to. Please, enjoy yourselves.
You should choose your friends more carefully, 004. You know all about Melnik. You've read his file.
Yes, and as far as I can tell, he's still up to his old criminal activities. I hope the guards didn't prove too much of a hindrance.
Nothing I couldn't handle. But I wasn't lucky enough to be on the guest list, like you were.
That's all in who you know. Or in my case, who you pretend to know. I'm glad your lack of invitation didn't prevent your arrival.
So what's the situation, Roger? M didn't send us here to chat up crime lords and eat hors d'oeuvres.
We know Melnik has been selling supplies to various terrorist organizations, but we need evidence before anyone can charge him with anything.
Then we'll have to search until we find something.
I've determined Melnik has a computer downstairs. If we can gain access to it, we can download the necessary files onto this flash drive.
That should narrow the search considerably. Well done, Roger.
We're bound to find something incriminating on his hard drive.
All right, let's see if we can get there without alerting any guards.
Lead the way.
This is a restricted area. Party's upstairs. I suggest you return.
You find Melnik's computer. I'll take care of this. Are you armed, Roger?
No, I knew they would search me on the way in.
Here, courtesy of the unconscious man down the hall.
Thank you. I trust he's in a safe place.
Yes, the ladies' lavatory. Now, what have you found?
We won't know everything until the intel boys have a go at it, but I think our suspicions are correct. I found some records of some possible weapon sales.
Are all of the files downloaded yet?
Just a moment more. There, done.
Well, it's getting late. Shall we get going?
I think that's a good idea, James.
Ah, Mr. Ingram, I hope you enjoyed some of my delicious caviar.
Actually, Mr. Bond and I were just leaving.
So soon?
I'm afraid so. An urgent business matter came up. Unfortunately, it requires our immediate attention.
Well, I hope you had a pleasant time in the Ukraine, gentlemen.
Yes, it's been most enlightening.
Well then, enjoy your evening.
Well, let's get out of there before they find a frame of the lady.
Thank you. I think our two suspects just left. Alert the guards, and don't hesitate to use lethal force.
.007, what are you doing?
Just in case.
In case of what?
Hey, look, there they are!
That. Time to go. You still have the flash drive?
And of course.
I'll take that.
You know 007. Just because your number is higher than mine doesn't give you priority on this assignment.
Perhaps we can discuss this matter later, 004. Preferably when no one is trying to kill us. I've got a car near here. We can make it there.
And I was hoping you would say you had an escape.
That was close.
I'm hit, James. I'm not going to make it. You'll have to finish the mission.
We'll both finish it.
No. Just you.
sorry about Roger, Bond. He was a good agent.
Was there anything recovered from the intel on Melnick?
Yes, Interpol's having a field day. There was evidence of his involvement in theft, extortion, drug and weapons trafficking. Not to mention he was caught trying to flee the country. There should be evidence enough to put him away for a long time. That is, of course, unless he's willing to cut a deal with you.
What sort of a deal?
Our analysts found some interesting intel themselves. Turns out there might be a connection between Melnick and that secret organization he dealt with.
Spectre?
Precisely. We think he may have dealt them explosives on more than one occasion. I want you to meet him in jail and offer him his freedom in exchange for information on Spectre.
How do the Ukrainian authorities feel about the possibility of his release?
You shouldn't worry about that too much. Neither of us have the authority to let him go. But don't let Melnick know that.
Of course. I just hope he has something useful to say.
Our analysts are confident he had a connection with Spectre. It's up to you to figure out what it was.
With all due respect, sir, is this really worth our while? The leader of Spectre is dead. I killed him myself in Paris. Shouldn't we be focusing on Melnick's other arms-dealing contacts?
Leave that to Interpol. We need to make sure that these Spectre chaps are well taken care of. You of all people should know 007, the tenacity of terrorists and criminals. They won't stop just because you kill one of their members, even if he was the top man. May even make them work harder. Revenge can be quite motivating after all.
When is this deal occurring?
I've arranged a meeting with him this afternoon. An unsupervised meeting.
Perfect.
And Bond. Make it worth our while.
You have a match.
I use a lighter.
Even better.
Until they go wrong. What's the word for number one?
There were only some minor setbacks, but it's still fully operational.
How long until the plan is carried out?
About a fortnight.
Seems there's a specter of hope after all, then.
Indeed there is. Indeed there is.
Does number one know that the cause of the delay was not my fault? I did the best I could, but
Hey, no worries, friend. He knows how loyal you are.
I'm glad to hear that.
In fact, he's given me something to give you for your loyalty. It's all yours. Go ahead. It's for the Mercedes sedan across the street. It's all yours.
Thank you. Tell number one he won't have to worry about any delays now.
Poor guy. He was just a candle in the wind.
I see you haven't posted bail, Pavlo.
Unfortunately, no. I remember you. You're the reason I'm in here. Sorry about killing your friend. It was nothing personal.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I'm also glad to hear that you'll be spending the rest of your life in prison.
What do you want with me? I'm sure you didn't come all this way just for nothing.
You're right, I didn't. I came to make you an offer.
Let me guess. An offer I can't refuse?
That's up to you.
Well?
What can you tell me about Spectre?
Spectre? I don't know what you're talking about.
If you tell me what you know of Spectre, my people have the ability to get you out of here.
What are you? Police?
No.
Then you people don't have that authority.
That's why we'll have a team extract you while you're being transported. It's a simple operation, and you'll be provided asylum wherever you choose. But before all that, you must uphold your end of the bargain. How are you involved with Spectre?
Sounds too good to be true.
I don't see how you have anything to lose. If you'd rather rot in jail, that's your problem.
I only ever did one job for them. They came to me. I didn't hear from them before, and I didn't hear from them since. I only took the job because it paid well.
And what was the job?
Transporting small arms and explosives to some organization in Georgia. I don't know where the guns came from, but I got them to their destination.
Who contacted you about the job?
I only had contact with one man throughout the whole operation. I met him in Bergen, Norway, and his name is Adrian Korsmo. I knew him from a previous job 2 years ago. Sorry to disappoint you, but that's all I know. I take it the bargain is still on the table?
It is.
Well then, I guess this conversation is through.
Oh, one more thing. Sorry, nothing personal.
Who's there?
A friend.
We haven't got any friends.
I'm a friend of Pavlo Melnik. I'm looking for Adrian Korsmo. You're Adrian Korsmo?
Who wants to know?
I'm James Bond. I knew Pavlo Melnik.
You mentioned that. Come on in. And just what do you want, Mr. Bond?
I know who you work for, and I need you to tell me about them.
I'm self-employed. I don't work for anyone.
No? Not even Spectre? Pavlo told me everything he knew about you. I'll admit it wasn't much, which is why I came to ask you in person. So I'll ask again. What do you know about Spectre?
I do not believe you are in a position to be asking questions. Guards, dispose of my guest here. He's proving to be quite a nuisance. Please let me know what you're through. Taking them so long.
Still haven't answered my questions, Korsmo. Tell me what I want to know.
I'm going to have to be more specific.
All right. Is there a new head of Spectre?
What? What are you talking about?
The last one was killed. I want to know who his replacement is.
Check your sources, Bond. As far as I'm concerned, the head of Spectre is alive and well.
But in Paris?
In Paris, yes, a single officer of Spectre was killed. He certainly wasn't the head of the entire organization. Some lone gunman. I see, it was you. I guess you really underestimated us.
I think it's you who underestimated me. Now give me a reason not to kill you right now.
I already told you everything I know.
What's Spectre planning to do next?
I don't know anything else.
Then why do you have an airplane ticket to Venezuela on the table?
The holiday plans.
Of course they are. I think I'll be taking that trip to Venezuela for you, Korsmo.
Give me the ticket, Bond!
The magazine to your gun. I found it before you came back.
All right, Mr. Bond. We'll have this your way.
Yes, we certainly will. Hope I have a warmer reception in Venezuela.
You Adrian Cosmo?
Yes. And you are?
My name is Eduardo Espinoza. Can I see some identification? Sorry about that, Mr. Cosmo. Welcome to Venezuela.
No need to apologize. You wouldn't want to be talking to the wrong man. And please, call me Adrian.
Bueno, Adrian. We have already made arrangements for your stay here. It's the Hotel Miramar. I'm sure you'll find your stay quite satisfactory.
Very kind. Thank you.
We'll let you get settled in, and then we'll inform you of our plan.
We?
Yes. Carlos Montero is my colleague. We have done many jobs together. He and I will pick you up at 1 o'clock.
Very well. I'll see you at 1.
Adios, Adrian. See, he had the proper identification. As long as nothing interferes with our plan, Carlos.
I'm sorry again Eduardo couldn't make it. He usually tells me what he's up to. It must have been something urgent.
I'm sure. There's no need to explain, Mr. Montero.
Carlos, were you informed of the details of our plan?
No. I was not told much by Spectre.
Do not throw that word around carelessly, my friend.
Sorry. What is the plan, then?
With the help of some Syrian friends, we will attack the Americans. Indirectly, of course. The target? Miami.
And just how do you plan to attack them?
Are you aware of the chemical agent known as sarin?
It's a highly toxic nerve agent that's banned from production.
Banned as it may be, we've got a canister of it.
How is that possible?
A member of our organization, Nikolai Volkov, headed a weapons manufacturing plant in Russia. While he was still alive, he was ordered to produce this toxin. Fortunately, he was able to finish it before his untimely death.
That is fortunate. So, how is this plan going to be carried out?
We're meeting with the Syrians tomorrow to carry out the exchange. We give them the sarin, they give us 1.5 million American dollars.
So that's what I'm here for. Protection.
We'll be carrying some valuable commodities and need all the protection we can get. A local gun for hire simply wouldn't do. We need somebody on the inside. And your record makes you suitable for the job.
Why get the Syrians involved then? Why not just carry out the operation ourselves?
I thought you would have realized this, Adrian. The attack will be spearheaded by Syrian nationals working for the Syrian government. Not actually the Syrian government, but all the evidence will point to it. They'll threaten Miami with the sarin. If the Americans don't pay them X dollars, we'll use it.
I see. Even if they're unsuccessful and caught by the Americans, the Syrians will still be blamed.
Right. The best part is even the Syrians are completely unaware of our motives. They have no idea we're trying to frame them. Plus, we skim off $1.5 million.
So, why frame the Syrians? How are they involved?
I'm afraid you'll have to take that up with number one. It's his plan.
I'll have to do that.
So, tomorrow we'll meet the Syrians in Caracas, make the exchange, and sit back and watch the chaos unfold.
Sounds charming, but I'm afraid I won't be much help without a gun. They wouldn't let me bring one on the plane ride down here.
You needn't worry about that. I'll get you one tomorrow. Well, that's enough business for today. Why don't we order lunch and I'll let you enjoy Venezuela for the rest of the day.
Very well.
You're a dead man.
Sorry?
So I heard Adrian Korsmo was found dead in Norway, which begs the question, who are you?
I think you need to check your sources.
My sources are trustworthy, unlike yourself. What's your name?
You know my name.
All I know is the lie that you told me. I won't hesitate to kill you where you stand.
Maybe you should discuss this matter with Carlos first.
He knows nothing about it yet. I'll tell him after he gets here. After I'm done dealing with you.
I don't think you're playing with a full deck, Eduardo.
What do you mean?
Blackjack.
Where's Eduardo?
He hasn't contacted me. Perhaps you have a small matter to deal with.
We don't have time to wait. We have to meet with the Syrians. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's your gun.
Thanks. Walther PPK.
I hope it is satisfactory.
Very. Do you have the sarin?
It's under my seat.
Let's hope we don't get pulled over.
Where's Eduardo?
We can't wait forever. Our friends are already over there.
All right. Let me do the talking. Did you bring the money?
You have the nerve agent.
Yes, of course. It's right here. Do you have the money?
I thought there were supposed to be 3 of you.
Do you have the money or not?
Seems we outnumber you. I think I'll be taking this errand. Free of charge.
We had a deal.
Yes. Had. Quickly, to the suitcase and get in the car. start into the port.
One more step and you're dead. Now set the case down and turn around. I'm afraid you're not going to make it to Miami. In fact, you may not even make it out of Venezuela.
Bad news, number one.
Well?
The deal in Venezuela went south. Espinosa and Montero haven't reported in and are assumed dead.
They were dispensable. As long as the Syrians receive the nerve agent, they'll still enact that part of our plan.
That's the problem. It seems the Syrians don't have it.
And who does?
I don't know. Someone else must have interrupted the exchange.
Yes. Someone else. The same someone else who killed our contact in Norway.
A government agent?
Perhaps. But whoever they are, they must be dealt with before we can continue with our pursuits. But what I want you to do now is to find out how news of the deal was leaked and seal it.
Yes, sir.
Our strategy for the Americans is no longer a viable option. Tell the men to move on to Operation Vulgaris.
Right away, number 1.
Your trip to Venezuela was productive. The toxin could have killed thousands.
Adrian Korsmo was a useful lead.
I'm sure the Americans would thank you, but they know nothing about the prevented attack on Miami, and I'd prefer to keep it that way. There's no point in possibly alerting Spectre to our involvement.
They know someone besides the Syrians interrupted their deal.
What they don't know is that it was you. Besides, we can't afford to celebrate our victories right now.
What's wrong?
Pavlo Melnik was recently found dead in his Ukrainian jail cell. Both of his wrists were slit, and a suicide note was found in his pocket. It contained a confession to all of his crimes, as well as some nonsense about him not being able to live with himself.
You don't think it was a suicide, do you?
No. Melnik was too proud. He was also a loose end for Spectre, which is why I suggested the forensic team run some tests.
And what did they find?
A small puncture wound from a needle was found on his neck. It seems his assassins filled him with sedatives before they killed him.
And what do the Ukrainian authorities have to say?
They accept his death as a suicide. Anything else would be to admit that their prisons are less than secure.
That's helpful. But it does bring up the question of how the assassins got past prison security. It could have been an inside job.
Yes, that's what I thought. Which is why while you were in Venezuela, I sent a few operatives back to Kiev to keep an eye on Melnik in the prison he was in. The day after he died, a guard left the country. He worked in the same section of the prison that Melnik was in.
Which would make him suspect number 1.
His name is Costel Zera. He's Romanian.
Where did he go?
Our operatives tracked him to Lisbon, Portugal. I want you to find him there and follow him to see if he can lead you to his superiors from Spectre, if that is who he's working for.
I expect it will be. You were right, by the way.
About what?
About Spectre. Korsmo told me that their leader is still alive and running the show, and I have no idea when or where that next show will be.
If this man Ozera leads you to them, then you can find that out for yourself and put a stop to all of this.
I hope so.
This man Ozera will lead somewhere, that's for sure. Just make sure you're behind him all the way.
Right. Anything else I should know?
Yes. Stop by the quartermaster's office before you go. He may be able to offer you something of use.
That's why I couldn't find you in your office.
Just because I'm not a field agent like you doesn't mean I stay inside all day.
Of course not. How are things, Q?
Can't complain. I trust the doctored identification you used in Venezuela worked quite well.
Yes, very well, actually.
We analyzed the sarin you brought in. Nerve agent, nasty stuff. Production was outlawed in 1993.
Seems someone isn't playing by the rules then.
They never do. Least of all, Spectre.
They always seem to be a step ahead of the opposition. Unfortunately, that opposition is us.
If you're looking for a tactical advantage, you came to the right man. For any necessary expenditures.
You know I wouldn't buy anything unnecessary, Q.
Don't get me started, 007. There's a set of lockpicks hidden within the car.
Well, there are some things money can't buy. Now, that looks like a pen, but feel free to prove me wrong.
You're right, 007. It is a pen. But it also has the capacity to be a flash grenade.
Of course it does.
Simply click and hold for 3 seconds to start the 3-second fuse, and click again to disarm.
Suppose I have the urge to write something down. You have a gadget for that?
Oh, do grow up, 007. Oh, and I got that firearm you requested, 007. Walther PPKS, 9mm short. Nothing fancy, I'm afraid, but it will get the job done.
Thanks, Q. Now this looks interesting. Let me guess. Hidden dagger? Concealed climbing rope?
I think your imagination's getting the better of you, 007.
Can't be too careful in my line of work. Yours either.
Quite right. Do exercise caution out there in the field.
Don't worry. I've got my credit card and my exploding pen.
It doesn't explode, it's a flash. Never mind.
Pare aqui. Guarde o troco.
Obrigado, senhor.
Is this your first time in Portugal?
No, and it certainly won't be my last.
Man Harbor, Station up.
Well,
James Bond. I've heard of you, 007.
just the good things of trust.
That's strictly confidential. I can't reveal that information.
Of course you can. I'll just assume everything was positive.
As you wish. Shall we get down to business?
By all means.
We've been tracking Ozera since he arrived. From our knowledge, he hasn't made any contact with anyone from Spectre, but he's still in the city.
Which means he's still waiting to meet them.
Yes, and we'll find out exactly who and where his employers are. Then we'll infiltrate Spectre, whatever that takes.
I'll be doing this alone. It's too dangerous.
I have strict orders from the chief that I need to accompany you through this whole mission. I'm responsible for the outcome of this. If it fails, it's on my shoulders.
Not to change the subject, but that man is watching us.
What? Where?
Come on, I've got an idea. Going our way? Apparently not. Ozera. You saved me the trouble of having to find you.
And what would you have done if you had found me first?
I certainly wouldn't be letting you point a gun at my face.
It's funny how it works out that way.
Yes, isn't it?
Geiser zu unser Hauptbüro. Morgen früh treffen wir hinter Nationalbibliothek.
Auf Wiedersehen, mein Freund.
German? I thought you were Romanian.
I am. He is not.
Why'd you do it, Costello?
Do what?
You know what I'm talking about. Why'd you kill Melnick?
Melnick was a liability to our cause.
And what cause is that?
Now you're the one asking questions to which you already know the answer. I think it's time I finish what I started.
Just one more request.
What?
I suggest you look behind you.
Put down the gun.
I think she means it.
Good. Now how about we... You killed him.
Would you rather he killed you?
He was our only lead and you killed him.
Come on, let's not let him pass. The police will be here any minute.
Are you sure this spot is safe?
Relatively. I don't suppose your plan accounted for this minor setback, Ozera being dead and all.
No, not really.
We had to find out what he knew. I shouldn't have killed him.
No, you're right. It was either me or him. I shouldn't have let him get the better of me.
Don't blame yourself.
Where do we go from here? Spectre won't show itself unless it has a very good reason.
I think they will.
Why would they?
Because Costello Ozera didn't realize I understood German. He told the man who was following us to meet him near the Portuguese National Library. Assuming the man doesn't know that Ozera is dead, that's where he'll be tomorrow morning. That's exactly where we'll be, too.
We? I thought you wanted to do this alone.
The situation has changed since then, and I think I could use the help.
What if he knows Ozera was killed? He wouldn't want to show up for a meeting with somebody he knows is dead.
Maybe not, but they'll send someone. We just killed one of Spectre's men.
You just killed him.
Which means they'll want revenge. And if they know he's dead, they'll know I did it. They might even assume we're planning on intercepting Ozera's contract.
Are you proposing we walk right into a trap?
That's why we hope they haven't found out about Ozera yet. That's also why I need you there. I'll be out in the open, looking for Ozera's contact, and you'll be watching my back.
I don't know. It sounds a bit risky.
It's a risk we're going to have to take. Like you said, Spectre won't show itself unless it has a very good reason. After this, afraid of what that next reason will be.
Do you know what they could be planning?
No, but this might be our last chance to stop it.
I guess we don't really have much of a choice.
I know I said you'll be watching my back, but I'll be looking after yours as well.
You know, when I first met you, I wasn't overly impressed. But I've since changed my mind. In fact, Mr. Bond, I don't think you're all that bad.
Does this mean that you're beginning to tolerate me?
Yeah, that's one way to describe it. But enough talk. If we're gonna be ready tomorrow, it's best that we get a good night's sleep.
If I'm not mistaken, this flat has only one bedroom.
You needn't worry about that. You'll be sleeping on the sofa. Good night, Mr. Bond.
Good night, Miss Harper. Any sign of our friend yet?
No, not yet. Are you sure we're at the right location?
Positive. If he's going to show up, this is where he'll be.
him. Over there.
That's our man, all right. Open your handbag. You stay here and keep an eye out. I'm going to find a nice secluded area to question you.
The woman's in my sights. Are you sure? Whatever you say.
I do hate meeting like this again. You're not getting away this time. I know you work for Spectre, so tell me what you people are doing in Lisbon. If you're looking for Ozera, you can forget about him helping you. He's dead. So tell me what you're doing here.
If you think I'm going to talk, you're wrong. These theatrics supposed to scare me?
As a matter of fact, they are.
It's not gonna matter anyways. You think I'd come alone?
It seems you're alone to me.
They're not here for me. They're here for your partner. Eliminating one of our problems, so to speak.
You're lying.
Don't be so sure.
I have friends myself, and when you're in their hands, you'll tell them everything you know.
You're wrong. It's too late for that. And it's too late for Miss Harper as well. The blood will be on your hands. Goodbye, Mr. Bond.
Science. I hope you have good news, Q.
007, I've been doing an analysis of your surrounding area in Lisbon. I found something of interest.
Well, what is it?
There's a new business near your location. The Scientific Program for Energy, Control of Trash, Recycling, and the Environment.
How is this connected, Q?
It's an acronym, 007. SPECTRE.
Spectre? Whoever's in charge must be pretty sure of himself using the same acronym. Where's this so-called business located?
To the east of the airport, near the Lisbon Oceanarium.
I think I'll be paying them a visit soon.
If it is the headquarters of Spectre, 007, you can't expect to just waltz in.
Well, the toys you gave me should be of some assistance.
I'm surprised you haven't lost them yet.
Well, thanks for the help, Q.
Listen, I heard about Agent Harper. I'm sorry.
Let's just hope your information leads to the people who did it.
Right. And good luck.
sight.
What's up?
Sick of these dumb shifts.
Of course.
Not so fast.
Same goes to you. He's been expecting you.
I always knew that we'd meet like this. It was inevitable, really, that we, representing two opposing forces, should collide. You, ever the agent of order, and I, of chaos. And yet, in these two grand ideals, only one can succeed. And surely you must realize, whenever negative and positive collide, negative invariably triumphs. This is all to say, I've been expecting you.
So I've heard.
So predictable. Running here to try and stop me, save the day. I do hope you know what you've gotten yourself into, Mr. James Bond of the British Secret Service. Now, do you know who I am? No? My name is Wolfram Blofeld. My grandfather, you see, was the founder and first leader of Spectre, or the Special Executive for Counterintelligence, Terrorism, Revenge, and Extortion. Times, perhaps, have changed since my grandfather was in control, but I promise you our goals have not.
And what are your goals?
And that I'm sure you will find some interest in. However, first, let's talk about you, shall we? You, the ever-present thorn in my flesh. You must have thought you killed me in Paris last year. How wrong you were. And then there was your recent actions in Venezuela. Then just when you finally think maybe you're getting the upper hand, here you are, firmly in my grasp. You and your intelligence gathering.
Yes. Seems there's no intelligence here to gather.
Your witticisms don't serve you particularly well, Bond. Besides, if you want to know how I knew about your recent adventures, my intelligence certainly accounts for that. I find that's more than enough about you for now, though. However, shall I discuss my organization here?
I'm all ears.
You see, Mr. Bond, since I've taken over the family business, if you will, we've seen our fair share of minor successes, very, very profitable. However, we've also seen our fair share of minor setbacks. And yet, setbacks and successes together pale before our next endeavor. Would you care to venture a guess as to what that will be?
World domination?
Were it so simple? By now, even you must have realized, however, that Spectre owes its allegiance to no one nation.
I'm well aware.
My plan will take us to Turkey, the dividing line between the East and the West, and, coincidentally, the location of the newest NATO Patriot missile system.
Don't tell me you've got an ICBM on your hands.
Hardly, Mr. Bond. That would be far too messy. No, I prefer to let the blame fall on someone else's shoulders.
Of course you do.
No, my plan's somewhat more subtle than that. Although I hope the repercussions will be just as dire. You see, the Patriot missile system in Turkey is designed to prevent a missile attack launched by Syria. However, let's say the computers guiding these missiles were to malfunction. Then any attack the Syrians launched could in fact succeed.
Succeed from whose point of view?
Mine, of course.
What's in it for you? What do you get out of a conflict between Syria and Turkey?
I'm disappointed in you, Mr. Bond. You're not seeing the bigger picture. Now, Turkey, as you know, is allied with NATO. And what nation has supported the Syrian government?
Russia. Just what the NATO-Russian relationship needs. A conflict of interest.
And who knows, maybe even a war will break out. Then with Israel to the south and Iran to the east, tensions in the Middle East will escalate even further. I'm sure the major players won't hesitate to get involved when their precious oil potentially gets put in danger.
Forgive my skepticism, but how do you expect to simultaneously sabotage the Turkish defense system and convince Syria to launch their ballistic missiles?
Dealing with the Patriot missile system's computers will be simple. My top scientists have developed a transmitter capable of interfering with the computer's radar systems, rendering it incapable of tracking incoming missiles. The device works within several kilometers, ensuring that we can maintain a safe distance.
Well, that takes care of the first part of your plan. And the second?
I have an agent within the Syrian military who, at the predetermined time, will operate under falsified orders and will launch all the missiles under his command. His target will be Adana, Turkey.
You'll cause quite the uproar in the Syrian chain of command.
That'll be the least of their troubles. As tensions rise back to levels seen somewhere during the Cold War between the East and the West, Spectre shall, be back in business. You see, my grandfather became very wealthy and very, very powerful, playing the two sides of the Cold War against each other. I hope to do much the same.
Looks like you've thought of everything.
It's because I have. Little room for error in my profession, Mr. Bond. Apparently the same can be said of yours.
I think you've made your point, Blofeld. So, what are you going to do about me?
Well, I thought I would just kill you here and now. No, I think I'll let you live until at least part of my plan comes to fruition. Then, I will allow you to die, Mr. Bond.
The plane to Turkey is ready, number one.
Leaving so soon?
Yes, well, I have a tight schedule to keep, Mr. Bond. After all, the plan will be carried out tomorrow.
Then it's lucky I dropped by today.
Seems you've shown me just how mighty the pen can be, Mr. Bond.
A bullet will do a lot worse. I'm afraid I'll be disrupting your tight schedule.
Should we order that?
Yes.
For you. Well done.
Thank you, number one. What should I do about it?
Dead spies are the only good spies. Is the incendiary device in this building still operational?
Of course, sir.
Then he, as well as any evidence of our operations here in Lisbon, will go up in flames. Oh, and make it look like an accident. I do so hate loose ends.
What?
Oh!
You'll be happy I got this back.
Has Hoffman done checking the bomb yet?
I don't know, sir.
He's had long enough. Light it up.
Sir, he might still be in there.
Farewell, Mr. Bond. Don't you ever question my orders again. And go make sure that the truck is loaded in the transport plane.
I don't know. Let's just get this thing onto the plane and then get out of here.
back.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Who are you?
Just checking the supplies. Think we can spare this. There you are, Blofeld.
Give me the radar jamming device. Come with me. We have to get this device within range of the Patriot missile systems. It's almost time for the Syrians to launch their ICBM.
Marion! I thought they killed you.
They took me as hostage. They said that they killed you in Lisbon.
That's what they think. Are you alright?
Yes, just get me out of here.
I'll check on her immediately.
James, the guard.
Just act natural.
Hey!
Not so fast. Where's Blofeld gone? Where were we? There you are. We have to stop Blofeld from carrying out his plan. Innocent lives are at stake.
Yes, I overheard his plan. He's going within range to sabotage the defense system.
We better hurry. Wait. Unhook your belt.
I don't think this is the best time.
Don't suppose you know how to hotwire a car.
Come on, I'll drive.
Take that as a yes.
You seem to be in range, sir.
Activated. And right on time, too. Nothing can stop the launch now. Should be firing off any minute now.
Bravo, Delta, Xavier, 7, 4, 4, 4, 6. Good?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Ah, Yusuf.
Yusuf, how are you?
Regards to Spectre.
Allahu Akbar, Lakiat Ahmed Miet.
Ahmed Miet, let us check Sector 3.
Yusuf, what happened here?
What then? I killed them.
Yusuf, drop the gun. This is madness.
Do you realize what you are doing?
I know exactly what I'm doing.
You alright?
I'll be fine. Check the computer.
It's too late.
Shit.
What is wrong?
He activated the launch sequence.
Can it be stopped?
It is too late.
Sir, we've detected a missile launch in the southeast.
You see it?
That's what it looks like, sir.
Target.
Based on its current trajectory, I'd say Adana.
When it gets within range, take it out. No matter who shot it, we got a job to do.
Yes, sir. Sir, there's something wrong with the radar-guided tracking system.
I'll fix it.
I can't. It seems like the problem is coming from an external source.
What the hell?
Alright, stop here. It's gotta be here somewhere. We'll approach on foot.
There he is.
Quietly now. Don't shoot him. Not yet, anyway. Bad luck, Blofeld.
You have a rather nasty habit of being alive, Mr. Bond. I hear you found Miss Harper. Alive and well, I trust.
Hand it over.
What? You mean this? Then you should have come sooner. Missile's already been launched and is on its way. In the meantime, all I have to do is keep this out of your hands.
I guess I'll just have to kill you then. You should have made certain I was dead.
A mistake I'll be certain not to make again.
Blofield's getting away in his truck.
Sir, our radar's back online. We can track the missile.
Well, what the hell you waiting for? Shoot it down.
Yes, sir. That was close.
Damn straight. Let's find out who fired that missile and why.
Yes, sir.
Are you alright?
No airbags.
I heard an explosion.
I was able to turn off Blofeld's jammer. That must have been them shooting down the missile.
Good. Where's Blofeld?
He's in the driver's seat.
The truck's empty, James.
Come on.
He couldn't have gone far. He's on foot.
That way.
You! Bond's following me. Make sure he doesn't get through. Kill him.
No way out, Blofeld.
It's beginning to look that way, Mr. Bond.
I suggest you cooperate. I'm not giving you a choice.
They'll let you live, you know. If you reveal to us all of your contacts, they'll let you live.
Live? No, you mean survive. By giving out information on others. By selling them out. By feeding off of their lives. It wouldn't be a life. It wouldn't be my life. It would be the life of a parasite. Speck in the grand scheme of this life.
You can either live as a parasite or die as a madman.
A madman? Is that what you take me for? Kind will never understand.
Understand why you're willing to kill innocent people? For what? For nothing. You're right. I won't ever understand.
For nothing. Bond. For power. For control. Haven't you ever wondered what it would feel like to have the entire world under the heel of your boot?
I'll settle for you.
Your loyalties to your country are unmatched. If you were truly free, with your loyalties only to yourself, you'd understand what has to happen now.
James, watch out! Is Spectre really worth dying for?
To him it was.
Seems like such a waste.
Would have been if he had succeeded.
Then our job here is done.
Couldn't have done it alone, Miss Harper. You're a good field agent.
I learned from the best.
You know, I'm just thinking about what Blofeld said. What do you think it would be like to have the whole world?
I think there's something else I'd rather have.
A holiday, perhaps? I hear Cyprus is lovely this time of year.
hope the office can get by without us for a while.
They'll manage. I told them we had some personal matters to take care of.
Oh, so that's what this is called. How long do you think this personal matter is going to take?
That's difficult to say. Sometimes they take days, sometimes longer.
I have a feeling these particular matters are going to take quite some time.
So do I.
Tiene parte?
Krasi Varelisio, Paracalo.
Fine choice.
Thank you. You've no idea what I said, do you?
Not a word.
If you're going to stay in this business of ours, Marion, you have some things to learn.
I hope you're the man to teach me.
Perfect timing. It's M. Perhaps they miss us more than we thought. Good morning, M.
Good morning, 007. Or is it afternoon there? Anyway, how is your holiday going?
It's splendid. You should come down here sometime.
Yes, I read your report. You performed quite well in your assignment in Turkey. As, for that matter, did Agent Harper.
Thank you, sir.
After Roger Ingram's death, we're a man short. I've decided to offer his old position to Agent Harper and promote her to 00 status. She would take his old designation, 004.
That's fantastic. I'll give her the good news.
Normally I'd let you enjoy your holiday, especially after something as big as this whole Spectre business is over with, but urgent matters have come up elsewhere. Besides, it'll be a good opportunity for you to show 004 the ropes.
I'm sure she'll be up for it.
And what about you, 007? It seems your country requires your services once again.
You know me, Em. I'll get the job done.